Peace to the family. What's good? What's good? I'm so happy about today's show. The reason why I'm so happy about today's show because I have an amazing guest. My other guest was amazing too, but this guest right here was actually the first person to even bring up the name Dr. Sebi. Um, let me just bring her in because I don't even want to waste time. Let me just bring my sister in. Hold on one second. Peace, sis.
Peace and love. How
I-
are you?
I'm great, Queen. How you doing?
I'm grateful.
Yo,
Grateful. Yes.
I want to thank you just for coming in. Because it seemed like you've been there since the beginning of my journey.
Mm.
So I want to thank you first and foremost for even trying to introduce me to Dr. Sebi.
I want
Let's
to
just
thank
go.
you. I want to thank you for coming all the way to Usha Village to do that photo shoot with
Y-
me.
you know what was so crazy about that? Being that I live in Honduras, I had no idea what Usha Village was about.
Wow.
When I went to do the photo shoot, Ke- Carrie, no Terry,
Asagai. Yeah, I always knew her as Asagai.
that's the
But yeah,
guy.
Terry. Yeah.
Well, she told me about the photo shoot, and immediately when she told me you was a chef, you was holistic. I'm thinking it's gonna be some big lady. I wasn't expecting to find a young lady like you. So when I saw you, your energy was so dope, and you were so welcoming, and I can't believe how long ago was that? Was that like 2009?
That was 2008.
2000.
That might have been 2009. Let me think. Around 2008, 2009, because I just graduated from culinary school. I think it was 2009. It was
Can
2009.
you say the name of the culinary school? Because my wife told me when I say the name, I have to say it with an accent like Le Cordon Bleu or
Le,
like.
le, yeah, Le Cordon Bleu is yeah. So,
She told me I had to say it with an accent, or I'm not gonna be doing it no justice.
you said it perfectly.
How was it going to that school, first and foremost?
Um, I was just talking about my experience today with a sister who, she has a small company, a small chocolate company. Shout outs to Christina, a Secret Cacao Garden. Anyway, she's been working with food just as I was. I've been in culinary since I was 16 years old, really since I was four, with my great grandmother. And at 16, I became raw vegan and everything. And you know, I was like, I'm not going to school. I'm not going to these schools so they can teach me something. So I started my business out the gate, right after, well,
Oh
during
no,
high
we
school.
no, we definitely gonna get into that because they've been
But
texting me questions all day about you. They love you. They love you.
um, so yeah, like I decided to go to culinary school. Um, Finally, because I was like, you know what, I'm gonna do this, and it was the best experience of my, like, not of my life, because I've had some amazing experiences, but it was so enriching. And the thing about it is that it wasn't a vegan school, you know what I mean, even though I was raw vegan and everything. But what I did was I said, Lauren, come with an empty cup, right? Because when you come with an empty cup, it's, you can allow yourself to be filled, and then you can release the things that don't serve you, so it was really an amazing experience. I met so many people. I started working with Wolfgang Puck when I was in culinary school. It was really dope.
How was it working with him?
Oh my god. um Incredible. I am just naturally a go-getter, so uh just the whole story behind me working with him is fantastic. And really, I had put it out there prior to coming to LA. I said, I want to cater the Oscars, the Grammys, AMAs, all these things. And I just set the intention. I didn't know how I was going to do it. I didn't even know that Wolfgang Puck got the contract for those for the award season. And
Oh, so he was behind that?
yeah,
Because
and so
that's
they just
actually one of the questions. How was it working with the Oscars, BET. I mean, you did everything. Like, how was it?
Oh my God, amazing. Like I said, it was a dream come true. Um, I put it out there and I let it go. And this is like a really powerful um, testament to um, setting an intention, creating affirmations around it, stepping into it in, with your daily practice. You know what I mean? But without smothering it. Because when you're micromanaging it and you're focused too much on it, there's a sense of fear and lack and you're not that confident. There's the faith is missing, right? And so that diminishes the potency of what you're wanting to bring forth. So for me, I just put it out there, and I just was like, I'm going to LA. I'm making it happen. I'm in culinary school, and then one day I looked on our student portal and I saw that there was a one-time event at the Natural History Museum. I showed up and I showed out. I mean, there was a slew of students there, and I ended up being like, all right, we're going to do this. And I was just running this show.
Just took
And
over.
the executive chefs was like, who is this girl? And like, they loved me. They were like, you're not from here, huh? I was like, no. They were like, you're from the East Coast. I'm like, yes. So, yeah, I
Actually,
ended
touch
up,
on that a little bit. What part of the East Coast you from?
I'm from DC, which I'm in DC right now, visiting family. But yeah, I'm from Washington, DC,
Yo,
uptown,
you
baby.
you move around because the last time we spoke, you was in Puerto Rico. Now you in DC.
Yeah, I was doing a retreat in Puerto Rico for some clients, and now now I'm in DC, headed to Ghana in about a week. The world is my oyster. What can I say?
Oh my God, I'm so happy you here right now because like I know that you travel a lot, and thank you just for accepting my invitation, and like
Anything for you, of course. Come on,
that makes me
take a
feel
break.
so good. I want to go into these questions because these people want to know. So well, let's tackle the first question right now.
Hmm.
Okay, how did you become the queen of green?
Well, um, when I was 16, growing up in DC, murder capital, got stabbed in my head, almost died. That's a whole big story. Um,
Oh man.
and it woke me up, right? It woke me up to who I am, and my purpose. And, you know, I started to like think about, wow, once I got on the path of health and wellness, which was through Heal Thyself by Queen Afua. I read her book in like a day, and then I was like, I'm a raw foodist.
She's
um,
magic, by the way. She's
I
magic.
know, I'm so
I
grateful for
Oh
her.
my God. I seen her on the Breakfast Club. I said to myself, I'm gonna look at 5 minutes, 10 minutes. I couldn't get away from that screen. She's magic.
She is so, I'm so grateful to be at her feet, to have her as a spiritual mother. Um, and especially because she sparked my journey. So to actually know her intimately is just a blessing. But yeah, anyway, I had this vision of myself living in nature, wearing just nature, wearing greens and leaves and everything. And that's been it just stuck with me since I was, from that age. And I moved into that. I always was like, you see me in outfits wearing green little skirts and,
Josephine
making
Baker.
art. Yeah, she was definitely an inspiration. But prior to her even being an inspiration, I just literally, it came from such a pure place of like wanting to just be in nature and wear nature, honor that. So that's kind of where Queen of Green came from.
Okay, okay. I remember when I met you in Usha Village. One thing you did before we even did anything, we all held hands and you felt everybody energy, and then you gave us something to eat. And I remember thinking, okay, it's gonna be vegan. At the time, I was eating everything under the sun. I was not expecting what I ate that day. It was like it just exploded all the taste just exploded in my mouth. And I eat, and this is the thing, I eat fruits a lot, but I never tasted anything put together the way you did. So you have that touch. You have that touch.
I'm grateful for that. That's what they tell me, and um I do feel blessed, because I used to not like my hands. I used to feel like they weren't, they weren't feminine enough. They're like every finger on my hand is different. I'm an artist. I have artist hands. I like there's magic that comes out of them, and I really had to learn to love them more and honor them, and really understand why my food tastes the way it does. Why people like Sabi and all the people that I've worked with um, want my food, and it's really beyond just the flavor profiles. But that's a thing. But it's the love and the energy coming through my hands into the food to me that makes the difference. So
No, that's a fact. Because I remember, and you're such a people's person. Because when I met you, I was like, oh man, she looked like a movie star. And but you was so huggy, like, come here, let's bring it in. I was like, oh man, your energy is just, it just filled the room, and it actually made everybody feel good. So thank you for that wonderful afternoon.
of course, thank you. Actually, um, I feel it was it the afternoon. I feel like it was like maybe you came in the afternoon and it ended up being like I remember it being dark outside, and I remember I cracked up at me in the photo shoot, not you, but like I mean the growth is real. Is all I'm gonna say. The growth is real. The outfit, the little. I was like, oh my God, Lauren, you.
You look like a younger version of you now that back, like you look younger now than when I met you, to be
Yeah,
honest.
like, yay. That's what
And it was,
I'm grateful.
I got there around 3:30, because I know, you know how hot that sun be in Honduras. So
Yes.
I thought we was going to be shooting outside, so I was giving time for the sun to go down. But we got caught up talking. You was talking about Serena Williams, um and we got caught up eating. So by the time we started shooting, it was dark outside, because at this time I remember, because that's when you was trying to introduce me to Dr. Sebi. You was like, "Oh yeah, he's in the house right there." And I remember being able to see right through the house, and I was like, "Nah, I'm good. If he don't look like you, I'm good." And then we continued to shoot that day. But it's so funny how I'm talking with Blue Pill, and he's telling me, when he told me about you, I'm like, hold on, I completely forgot about the even meeting you. And but once he said your name, I'm like, yo, that's my girl. Hell yeah. And it all, and when you sent me that picture that I took of you inside of Usha Village, I'm so glad that you told me before I finished my book. I was able to add that to my book, because I completely forgot I've been inside of Usha Village already because of you. So I'm always thank you for that, because you see I'm still on my journey now.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, I'm grateful. And um I think the best part of me is my heart, and so I don't really
Yes.
do things for the clout. You know what I mean? So if you remember, you forget, or whatever it is, it's been done. The magic is happening. It's happened. There's look at what it manifested into be. You know what I mean? You
Yes.
ended up
Yes.
traveling and working with Dr. Sabi too. You know what I mean? And being able to document things that
8 states.
um,
8
are very
states.
valuable. So
Hmm.
it's all beautiful.
All right. I'm gonna forever be grateful that I says thank you.
Of
All
course.
right. Let me get to your next question. Okay. The next question was about, okay, the Grammys, the BET honors, the okay. Is they're saying that you you catered for the Grammys, the Oscars, BET Awards, BET honor, etc., etc. Which one of them was your favorite and why?
Mm, that's a tough one. They all were really fun. I think that I would say that the first time I catered the Grammys, because I've done it several times, first time I catered the Grammys, I remember, um, all the chefs that worked with Wolfgang Puck were, driving their Audis and their BMWs or luxury cars to downtown to uh, where the Grammys are held, and I was on the train. I I remember being on the train so happy, so excited, so grateful. And I remember once we got there, I went into the restroom and I called my mom and I was like, "Oh my God, Mom, I'm here. I'm at the Grammys. I'm catering the Grammys." I was so
Mom
excited.
is in DC.
Yeah, she was in
Okay.
D.C. So that was like really special um, for me. And I remember, okay, the next time was like, this was the first time I catered the Oscars. And I had this, no, was it the first time? It was like the first or second time, but either way, I had this gorgeous green chef's jacket made because I was determined to end up on the red carpet and at the party, right? So I did all the work and everything, and then I went into the restroom and I changed out of that white jacket and put on my other one, and I put on some heels and I slid into the party, and I was like, wow, this is amazing. It was like I snuck in. It was just the best time ever. I was like, and then Wolfgang was like, what are you doing? Like, what could he
Tone
do
it
but just
down.
like, you're so, no, it wasn't even a tone it down. It was just so
Uh-huh.
cute and funny. Like, what the
Hmm.
hell? You ain't supposed to be up in here. Okay. You done changed your outfit and everything. It, I just feel like God was on my side and was like, girl, you better soak up all these moments. So I would say
Facts.
those two were
Facts.
really fun, but um, there's nothing better than getting these contracts on your own. So God has blessed me with getting my catering company, getting some of these contracts on my own. So that was really fulfilling. Um, like the BET Awards, was a couple years ago. I had the pleasure of catering it, and you know, for me, I was just doing. I got blessed to do the hors d'oeuvres, and so with the hors d'oeuvres and things like that, everything has to be weighed out. You can't give past the portion
Okay.
size. But 2 chains and like all of the rappers and everybody was coming back like, can we get whole portions of this? And we were like slipping it to them or whatever.
Uh-huh.
But then I decided, I wanted to get dressed and go actually, because I got the catering gig. It was my company. I got to attend the award show without sneaking in, right? So
It's official now.
it was official. So as soon as I go and sat down, and what's the girl? Um, gosh, I forgot her name, but she got on. She was singing, um, and I get a text message like, "Come back here. They're trying to shut us down."
Hmm.
Well, lo and behold, all of the rappers and everything kept coming back and getting those portion sizes, and it pissed. It, let's just say I don't even want to, but it pissed some people off because my company got the catering gig, but then the people who typically get the catering gig, which I just mentioned, who gets it,
I could imagine.
they were like, "Well, hold up, she is shutting it down. They don't want none of our food." It was all vegan.
Okay.
Everything was vegan, and they just so anyway, we just were rock stars. It was amazing. It was fun. The fact that people wanted more of the food, it just made my heart.
That says a lot.
Yeah,
And
and the fact
these
that
are
it was a
people that
threat to
was
the other company was like, honey, calm
and
down.
these are people that weren't vegans. They wanted the food still.
Yeah, none of. I mean, I don't think 2 Chains and them are vegans. I forget who else. It was all of. I mean, like everyone who was at the BET Awards. I
Okay.
was actually there. Um, when I don't know if you remember this scene, but this was the year that Nipsey Hussle had gotten into it with I think one of the security guards or whatever. I saw the whole thing go down. It was
Oh,
kind
you
of
was there?
yeah, at the award show.
Mm-hmm.
It was like this big thing that happened. Anyway, it was um that was an epic award show that I cater. So anyway.
All right, but you ain't get hurt, right? You good?
No, Nipsey. Actually, what's deep is that um, when Nipsey passed, I realized that he was following me. I didn't know. I'm not really a huge like I love hip hop, but then I'm also more of an R&B, soul,
I can
reggae,
see that.
Afrobeat kind of girl.
I can see that.
Personally. So I'm never really just gonna listen to rap unless they have a hook that's like has a song to it, or like kind
Uh-huh.
of plays. I'm not like a hardcore like
Okay.
rapper kind of girl.
You sure you
So
from DC?
DC is go go, okay,
Okay,
go go
okay.
music.
Oh yeah, yeah, true, true. True, true.
Yeah, but so no, there was no one got hurt. I think the security guard got smacked up or something. Kind of wild.
Everybody made it home that night, which is a
Everybody made
good.
it home.
Okay,
Everybody.
so that's a good thing. All right, I'm gonna go with question number 3. Okay. Oh, it's talking about your 3-day, 7-day, and 21-day retreat. How often do you do them, and are they just for women?
I do them, as often as people book them. So I just did one in Puerto Rico. Um, I do them all the time, but I just did one in Puerto Rico. I'm doing another one. I don't really like to disclose all the locations, but I have several.
Okay,
And
understood.
until I'm finished with them, because I don't need nobody trying to meet me in these places. You know what I'm saying? For my safety and for the sake of
Facts, facts.
like
You like
literally.
you like me. I post after I left.
Yeah, that's how I am. But they're really beautiful experiences, and I tailor them to each client. So I usually do a consultation with the client, find out what's going on, what their intentions are behind doing the retreat, what they want to focus on, and that way, with that knowledge, I'm able to serve them at the highest level so that they leave refreshed, renewed, and refueled up. So
Oh,
it's really powerful.
I could imagine. I could imagine. I know the energy, so I already know you're not half stepping.
You already know.
Okay. All right. So let me go to question number 4. We got 10 questions, by the way. All
That's
right.
good.
How did you how did you meet Dr. Sebi?
Oh my God, this is a funny one, but those of you who know Sabi will appreciate this, right? And I'll try to keep it as like,
No,
um,
keep it real. We raw here. Everybody know Dr. Sebi here.
so I was in DC at the time. I just finished culinary school, so I'd come back to DC
Le
and
cordon bleu.
Le Cordon Bleu,
Okay.
and a an associate of mine, mutual friend, I'd say, named Todd. He, he'd known Dr. Sabi for years, and Dr. Sabi was staying at his
Oh,
house.
you know Todd? Todd is crazy.
I know
I'm
crazy ass Todd.
okay. Wow. Okay.
Of
Oh
course, I
yeah,
know.
DC. Okay, okay.
Yeah, Todd. Anyway, so Todd hits me up and was like, "Yeah, I got Dr. Sabi, and he's staying with me or whatever. You should come and meet him." So I was like, "Okay, perfect." He was doing a lecture, so I went over to Todd's house, and Dr. Sabi wasn't there yet, but then he came in, and it was like the way we met. It was going through. I was coming out of his kitchen. He was walking into the kitchen, and I opened the door, and there he was standing there. And anyone who knows Dr. Sabi knows that he loves the ladies. He loves the beautiful women and everything. And he takes all that sea moss and stuff, so he is very vital. So, I mean, I can't make this up. And it's like, I almost like, do I say this? But like, when I saw him, I was like, looked at him, and then I like looked down, and it just appeared to me that he was excited. Okay. And,
Oh, that's how you're gonna word it. Okay. Because I know the story.
well, it just was like, literally looked down, and it looked like he had a heart on, and it was like, you know, it was like, wow, okay, this is I guess that's why all the women love him. I was like, whoa. Anyway, I looked at him, and so I don't play that. I looked at him straight in his face and I said, let me tell you something. Ain't gonna be no fucking around here. I said it just like that. And he looked at me and he was so shocked, like taken back, that he like paused for a second. And he looked at me. He said, just like he said, "Oh, girl, ain't nobody trying to fuck you." And from that day on, he was like my father, brother, uncle. Like we could talk about anything. You know what I mean? So he still played like this father figure role. So like if me and his daughter, and at this time, um, Zave and Matun, and all of the, I was more hanging out with Zave.
Well,
And
Zave's still his daughter at this time too.
right, I know, but all the drama.
Yeah, yeah.
Zave is my girl, like
Okay.
um, so he would always, like, if we went out, he'd buy me something, just like if he buy her something, or like he just treated me like that daughter. I didn't grow up with my father, so it was like really refreshing. But then he also like told me like all the funny stories about him in New Orleans, him working on the train, him doing it, and like and then he just was very. Anyone who knows Sabi knows he has stories for days, and some of them were wild. So it was like my brother, cousin, uncle kind of vibe too.
Big
And
homie.
yeah, he was just incredible. After that, he just actually, after that, he was like, yeah, I want you to cook for me, right? Come to Florida. And I guess I could say this now because when I got there, okay, I thought I was coming just to cook for him and whatever. It was like five other women up in there. And they
Macaroni.
were all like prancing around Sabi. And for me, that was never my vibe. So me and him just kicked it. He loved to smoke his weed. And I was definitely smoking weed at the time. And we would just smoke weed and just be talking and vibing while the other women were definitely on another agenda. I think that's how I was able to graduate to being with the family. You know what I mean? Because he knew like my heart, and that I wasn't on that. I wasn't trying to
You wasn't a
clout chase.
groupie. Hmm.
Yeah, I wasn't a groupie, and he
Hmm.
loved my food. Actually, I did an interview with him in Blue Pill, and I got to pull it up. Actually, I have the voice in this song that I'm doing for him, which I wish it was ready to let you hear today, but I'll
Oh
be
man.
sharing it. It's a powerful song. But
Don't
in
forget
it,
about me when you release it, please.
I listen, of course not.
Hmm.
I got you.
Hmm.
Um, but anyway, I'm all over the place with it because Dr. Sabi is just. That's how he would talk too. He'd be telling stories. He'd be like, "Okay, where are we?"
Exactly, exactly, exactly. You're like a female version of him right now.
Right? He's coming. He's channeled in. Listen. I believe he is like watching this. He's like, "Yeah." He
and,
loves it.
and
He
that's what
loves
you
that we're
told
doing it.
and that's what you told me when we spoke, when we reunited. You was like, so you finally got to meet the man I was trying to introduce you to, and like it clicked in me immediately right there. I actually have a video of Dr. Sebi, because like anybody that we bought in his present, if they was female, male, if they was dealing with cooking, he would always ask about you. So if you don't mind, let me just let you see this video real quick.
Yeah.
All right, hold on, let me. Now, here go your boy. Let me take this off. All right.
You know Lauren Van Der Poel?
Yes. Good friend.
You know Lauren?
Yes.
She's another one of you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Definitely. Yeah.
She's
Beautiful.
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 She could cook.
Oh yeah.
She made a soup one day. Oh God, what a soup.
Oh God, what a soup! You see the passion when you think about your food.
Oh my God, I love him so much. Wow. The blessing to like live and travel with him for, I guess it was like a year or so. Him and his family, like going from Honduras to Miami to California, and just having that rich experiences, and sharing my gifts not just to him but to, um, you know, to his family. It was just such a blessing to be making him the soups and all of the things that he loves.
And what was good about what you're saying, because when I spoke well, what you call Terry?
As a guy.
Asa Guy. I like that name. When I spoke to Asa Guy, the way she spoke of you as if you was a royal friend of Dr. Sebi, like the owner is one of his good friends. So like I could see how much love you had at Usha Village.
Oh my goodness, I love Usha. I mean, it's such a sacred place, so much healing. Oh my God, the mineral sauna, the bio mineral pool, everything. It was just amazing. And the best part was, being able to hang out with him. I rescued two birds, actually, and an owl, because he had a glass house. And every time I was going walking over from the kitchen to go bring him his food, a bird would fly into the glass.
Into the
And I'd
glass,
be
yeah.
like, oh my God. I remember praying over it, and the bird flew. I was like, magic hands. It was oh my God. Oh my goodness. Yeah. That was a magical, it is a magical place. I haven't been there since I actually stopped working with him. And really the
hmm
reason why I stopped working with him was he had introduced me to Common. Common
Oh
needed
yeah.
Common needed
Also, Doc introduced you to Common.
com, yeah, Dr. Sabi is really the reason for the season, because from me, Zave, his daughter, uh, well, I guess Rashid Common reached out to them about like a chef, and
Common
they
name is
said
Rashid.
Rashid, yeah,
That's
and
my son name, Rashid.
really, yeah,
Yes.
that's his real name,
hmm
um, and they recommended me, and I really thought it was a joke because Zave knew that prior, like maybe a year or two prior, I was at this concert and I made food for Erica, Janelle Monáe, all these people, and Rashid was there, and I went to go bring him his food, and I knew he was. By the way, our interaction, I knew he wasn't gonna eat it, and I was just like,
hmm
"Dang, I didn't nail it." Everybody was eating it, loved my food, but he was like, "Thank." He was very nice, "Thank you," but he doesn't eat people's food. He doesn't know.
Okay.
So it was like whatever. So when they told me that, oh yeah, Rashid wants you to be his chef, wants you to come and cook for him for this movie called Love, I thought that she was pranking. I thought Azave was pranking me because she
Because
knew
you were
that
like,
I had
he didn't even eat the food, so why would he want me to be the chef?
right, but
hmm
it ended up being so amazing. Like that experience. I mean, I've been working with him for that was 2010, so it's 2022 now. So we've been going, strong for about 12 years.
It is so funny how Common and we always cross path, and he never remember where he know me from. Because I seen him in Honduras, and I didn't tell him where he met me from. I just wanted him to figure it out. Because when he come to the Wendy Williams show, I'm the photographer at WBLS. I took pictures of him at WBLS before Wendy got the TV show, so I took pictures of him there, and I was the videographer behind the scenes at the show. So when he seen me in Honduras, he couldn't figure out where he knew me from. But I just gave Terry the picture so he can put it together. And I
Are
guess
you
he was
still in contact with her?
with who?
With Asagai?
No, the last time I spoke to her, she was in the Bahamas.
Oh wow,
That was the
man.
last I heard from her.
As a guy, if you're watching this, girl, contact me. I would love to speak to you and just find you and give you a
Yeah,
hug.
yeah, she's a dope spirit, just like you.
Thank you.
All right, let me get to the next question. Oh, well, this one, can you tell us one funny story about Dr. Sebi?
I think I like
I know that
the
one covered that.
funniest one is
Hmm.
like when I first met him. Uh, yeah, that was probably the funniest. That took the cake. That's probably my one of my funniest stories. Period. Beyond Dr. Sebi, it was just like the fact that he looked at me and he has this deep voice. He's like, "Girl, ain't nobody trying to fuck you." I was like, it
That
just made
sounds
me
just
feel
like him.
so. It was funny, but then I felt safe. You know what I mean? Anyway. But I'm trying to think if there's another funny one.
I'm pretty sure there is if you could think about it.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, there's so many funny moments with him, but he was always teaching and he was always sharing. And some of the stories, I I'm vaulted. I can't be
Okay.
sharing everything, but yeah, we've had some. Oh, I know.
Hmm.
Uh, he loved to drive to the Everglades. Okay, when we would be in Florida, that
Oh
was
my God, you would
it.
let him drive?
Yeah,
I was
I didn't
scared to drive
drive.
with Sebi. Sebi,
I loved it. Oh, I always felt safe with his driving. He
okay.
drove everywhere.
Okay, yeah, yeah. I was afraid to ride with him because he would be talking to me and looking at me, and we
I
going.
know.
Oh, so oh yeah, you from DC? You cool with that?
Listen, because I don't like driving, so we would, I mean, even though he always tells the story of me taking his car and going to see uh, one of my friends. I'm not going to disclose who he is, but he's
Which
like,
car? The Range Rover?
yeah, the Range Rover,
Okay.
and yeah, but normally he would drive, and yeah, we would go to the Everglades, and every time we drive to the Everglades, we stop at the fruit stand, his favorite fruit stand, and then we'd keep going. And it was crazy because we would just get there, we'd spend like 5 minutes, and we would turn around and drive all the way
Yeah.
back. I'd be like, but I was always here for it because he put on his favorite group, the Weather Report, and we be just cruising down.
Not too many people know about the weather report. So
Oh, he was,
anybody who talk about the weather report, I know they spent some nice time with Doc.
yeah, that was his thing. The Weather Report, that's all he listened to.
Hmm.
Yeah, so that was always like funny. Like, we just gonna drive down here and turn back. Okay, that's what's happening. I'm here for it.
All right, cool. Are we gonna go to question 6 now? Who are the? I kind of got an idea, but I'm gonna let you answer it. Who are the 5 people that have been most influential to you?
Wow. Um, so many people. I would start off with saying, um, my mothership. My mother. She's always, got to put her at the head. But my great grandmother,
Wow,
Mommy Sue, she's the reason why I cook. Um,
Mommy Sue.
Mommy Sue,
I
yeah,
like that name.
Mommy Sue, yeah. She is Amerindian, Indian. She's from Guyana, so she's Amerindian, Indian, and we're all kind of mixed. So she's like mixed up. But then her husband is Chinese, and they had a restaurant in Guyana. So food was like so heavy in my household, and not just any food, but fusion foods. You have the Guyanese, you have the Chinese, you have the Indian, you have all of these types of foods mixed up, and like, just amazing flavor profile. So I've got to give props to Mommy Sue. Um, I would also say, of course, Savy. You know,
That was one of
Doc-
my guesses, and I got
that's
one more
that's a
guess.
given, Dr. Savy. What I really loved about him is how cool he was, right? He was just laid back and chill, and he just taught me, like, relax, like he was just, I never really saw him get mad or upset. He was just really easygoing and chill and like happy. You know what I mean? I think the only time I saw him a little bit like not himself was after the whole situation that happened. Um, which, we don't even need to talk about, but like, but anyway, when I saw
Oh,
him,
you was
then I was like,
around that time. Okay.
you said what?
Because I'm you was around at that time because I met him after that. I met him that October.
See, I was around for the whole. I mean, of course, I was around for the whole thing, and Matun is my girl,
Mm-hmm.
and so is Ave. So I stay out of family, like
Stay
whatever. I
neutral.
I
Stay
know
neutral.
how relationships are. So I was like, listen, Sabi, I love you, and I told him you can't say nothing bad about, like, don't be. You know how sometimes you be upset at somebody and you might say some things. I'm like, he knows that she can't say nothing bad about him, and he can't say nothing bad because
Right in
I'm
the
not
middle.
in the middle of it. They both were people who I love to this day. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? Like, I'm not in here for the drama. Y'all deal with that, but So I
No,
was
I understand 100% because I hold that same position. Like I have a lot, everybody fighting around me, but my five alarm fire is my five alarm fire. No one did anything to me, so I'm right there in the middle.
Yeah, and I'm like, I love you. Okay, I'm here. So I was there for. I remember when he called me, he was like, "Oh my goodness," And then I spoke to her, and she, there was just so much turmoil and heartbreak, and oh my God, because they loved each other so much. It was like this. It was just kind of unfortunate and sad, to be honest. But after it got to the point where the whole office piece happened,
Mm-hmm.
which I don't even I can't even talk about that because I wasn't there.
Mm-hmm.
But when the office situation happened, I had saw him. After that, he told me to come by uh, the office, and yeah, I could see that he wasn't this. He was a little sad. His heart was hurting, and he was angry, and he was just. It wasn't and I understand why he was, but that
How
was
long did that last? How long did that last? Would you say?
that's the thing is that when I was there, that was when like a few months later, no, maybe no, I would say like a year after that is when he got locked up and then passed away.
Okay.
Yeah, so um yeah, that whole situation was pretty intense.
Okay. Well, the good thing is we all in a good place right now, and everything's happened for a reason. I don't know the reason, but we still here now. Okay, hold on. Okay, so you still owe me two people.
Oh no, the sound went out. Can you
Your
hear me?
side? I can hear you.
Oh no.
I can hear you.
Hello?
I can hear you.
I can't hear you.
I can hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
I can't hear you.
Oh, you can't hear me.
Because somebody tried to call me. Oh my God. How do I do this?
Okay, so you want to just log back in? Hold on one second. Let me try something. Hold on.
Hello?
Can you hear me still?
Oh no.
Hold on. We gonna get this.
Hello?
Can you hear me now? You want
I can't hear you.
log out and come
You
back
want to?
in. Yeah.
Okay.
Log out and come back in. I don't know if you can hear me or not. Okay, she have to call us back. In the meantime, shout out to my brother KT. Shout out to Shanice is in the building. Congratulations, Shanice. You know what I'm talking about. Let me see who else is in here. Oh man, Sabio Jr. What up, cuz? Okay, she's back. I'll get back to y'all in a few. Can you
Okay.
hear me now?
I can hear you now. Oh my God. That's the problem when somebody calls me. I put on the do not disturb, but I think it was through WhatsApp. So anyway, I'm back.
Oh, okay. Well, you owe me two more people that influence you.
Okay. Queen Afua.
I knew that was my two. I said, I know Dr. Sebi and I know Queen of Four have to be on this list because
Yes.
she's magic. She's magic. I can't say enough. I don't
Yeah.
know her son. What's her son?
Supernova.
Supernova.
Yeah, Ali and Supernova. Yep.
That brother is. Oh, I saw Supernova. That brother seemed like to know what he's talking about
He's
too.
the best. I love him so much. Oh my God. I'm so grateful for him. He's my motivator. Like, I remember I had to do this big event, the 6-course tasting in New York at the Chef's Club, which is this high end fine dining restaurant. And he, I was like, I was just having a moment, and he said he put on the whiz. He was like, "Look at the whiz." He was like, he put me in this hole. He was like, "We gonna whiz walk on him." He like totally. He is my motivator. I love him so much. But yeah, Queen is she really started me on the path. So I gotta pay homage to her, of course.
How
And
did you meet her?
I met, well, I felt like I knew her inside my head when I was 16, right? But the alignment, her son, Supernova, is the one who actually introduced us. He'd been trying to connect us for years and years, and then it finally happened, and
Okay.
the rest is history. And then I would say my last person, gosh, I would say I would do a package deal, Serena and Venus. Um,
Oh
li-
wow.
yeah, living and traveling with them for 3 years, and um, just seeing,
Serena and Venus Williams, right? Tennis
yes,
stars.
tennis,
Okay.
um, the work ethic. I would say the laser beam focus, the work ethic, the kindness. I lived with them for all those years, and I never got into one argument with them. And we lived on the same floor. Like, this is, like, we're seeing each other every day. I'm the first person they see because I'm bringing them their food and stuff. And so, um, it was really powerful to be able to see, um, not because I've worked with many athletes, but there was something very special that inspired me. Women overcoming and being in their power and their strength and their love. And even though a lot of people misunderstood them and would always think that they were mean, or Serena was, it's like, actually they're some of the nicest people I know. So they both inspire me so much.
I actually, which one's the taller one? Venus? Is that
Venus is like the sweetest. Oh
I
my goodness.
I met her. I was actually filming. I had just finished filming Chris Rock with Wendy Williams, and someone told her we was in the park in Central Park. Someone told us Venus Williams is there, so we walked towards Venus Williams, and I had my camera out. Wendy walking towards her. Venus gave me a look like she it was like I'm not ready for filming right now, so I would appreciate she that was the nicest way anyone ever told me with their eyes, please don't film me, but I appreciate you. So
Yeah.
she gave me that look, and so I put the camera down and she just smiled at me. I was like, oh man, she told me no in the nicest way
She is
possible.
just so sweet. Venus is so thoughtful. I mean, oh, she is the sweetest. Oh my goodness.
If
Yeah.
you
And
ever speak to her, ask her, do she remember Wendy Williams in Central Park with her camera? And she gracefully told us, no, she's not for an interview right now because she was in the mix of something. So
yeah,
when you say she's
absolutely.
sweet, I could see that.
She is. But they don't play. They're powerful women. So as sweet as she is, she will also be like, mm-mm,
I said no.
don't do it. Yeah. So those are the people who have inspired me. There's so many people. I mean, but I'm gonna just give it to them.
Okay, I like that. I like that. Okay, so here we go now. Okay. Oh, here's another question. How was it working for the First Lady, Michelle Obama?
That was incredible. That was in 2009 as well. And I got invited to speak at the White House for the Green Energy Economy Forum for Young Leaders. And it was just so powerful. I'm like, how do y'all even know me?
That's
But
huge.
yeah, I guess the work that I do in the community, um, helping to raise awareness about, agricultural awareness, how to, of course, grow our own food, but how to take this food and make um, healthy plant-based cuisine on a budget, just all of this work in the places that most people, like in the hoods, basically most people don't have access to healthy foods or even know that they exist. And so going into these neighborhoods, whether it be DC, Chicago, you know,
Brooklyn.
Nigeria, Kenya, wherever it
Hmm.
was. And actually, at this time, I hadn't gone to Africa. I was doing it locally, nationwide. And I guess they found out about me and wanted me to come there. And then I
Did
ended
you
up.
ask how they found out about you though?
It was just through the works that
Okay.
I've been doing. And then they asked me to come on board for her obesity prevention campaign, and that was incredible. Being able to travel and um, you know teach children, which was already what I was doing, but doing it in conjunction with her was really amazing. And I also that year helped. Right before that, I got the Healthy School Lunch Act passed. I think that's really what uh, brought um, basically brought her to my no what am I saying, brought me to her attention. There we
Okay.
go. But
uh,
that I lobbied on Capitol Hill with John Sally, Elizabeth Kucinich, Dr. Neil Bernard, all these different people.
John
And
Sally from East New York, from
yeah,
Brooklyn. He
yeah,
vegan, right?
that's another, yeah, he is. That's another one of my, oh my God, love him for life. But yeah, we lobbied on Capitol Hill to get the Healthy School Lunch Act passed nationwide, and we got it passed. So that's how
Wow.
all of the healthy lunches and things like that are now in the schools, is because of what we did. So I think that
That's big. That's big. You say that like it's just nothing. That's huge.
it is, and I'm really grateful for it. There's levels to it, because it's not just giving people healthy food. The food is the base, but the love is important. You can taste, there's people who are saying, I'm vegan, I'm eating healthy, but Hitler was a vegetarian. Just because you're eating vegetables, if you gotta, that is great. It's important to understand what we're eating and how it's impacting us. But the energy that we hold, you know, we turn water into holy water. We take our food and we raise the vibrational frequency of it. So, like, I think that some of the feedback that we got from the youth was like they didn't like the food. They were like, "This
Hmm.
ain't right," and I'm like, "This is not. I was not here for that, because I'm not. I'm only there to help. I got it passed, but I wasn't." The one hiring the different companies that were going to be providing the food for the schools, right? And so
True.
I found that people were rushing to get these government contracts for providing these lunches for the youth, but they were not seasoning it right. They weren't putting it. It was just like they were not happy. So luckily, the feedback prompted school systems to do better with choosing the purveyors for the school lunches. So
Oh man, well, congratulations on that, and on behalf of my son who's in school, thank you.
yes, oh, my pleasure.
Okay, let me Oh, before we go to the next question, let me salute your two queens that work with you, Tiffany and Erin, I believe the name is.
Yes.
Yo, you know how you can feel positive energy through text? Like, thank you, sisters. If you guys are watching, thank you for making me feel for connecting me to my sister Lauren and just making me feel welcome. Like you have a beautiful circle around you. So salute to those
I'm
two
so
sisters.
grateful for them. Yes.
Yes, salute to them.
Blessings to Tiffany and Aaron and Lena and Dee. And, I'm just really, Aziz, thank you to the whole team for everything. So thank you for that. That's so sweet.
Nah, it's good to know that you got a good circle around you. That makes me feel good.
I'm grateful.
Okay. Okay, question number 8. What's your favorite herb and why?
Uh, I'm going to go with burdock. I love
Mm.
burdock. I do it. I consume burdock every day. It's an amazing nutritive herb. It is just full of minerals, and as you all probably know, the main job that the mineral has is to carry oxygen to the cell. So it's so oxygenating for us. Helps with cleansing the liver, the kidneys, really just the overall tonification of the body. So I would go with burdock because it's something that I take every day. There's so many herbs that I love, but this one is a staple. Burdock and dandelion root, those are my favorites.
Okay. Great answer. All right. Question number 9. Well, I kind of already know the answer to this question because I know how you get down. When I ask you to ask, I'm asking my friends that are on now how to get in contact with you. That's one of the main reasons I put your website there first. Because I know you say, well, because when we interviewed you in LA, for the documentary, when we asked you this part, you was like, they're gonna find me. It was you said something about they're gonna I'm out there, they're gonna find me if they want to find me. But can you please tell us your Instagram? Your website is right there. So I was like, I was trying to be ahead of the game right now by putting your website up there quick.
Yeah, I'm Queen of Green on Instagram. You can check me out. I also have a 21-day journey that happens once a month, and it's through Instagram. That page is Eat Yourself Sexy Journey. But you have to, in order to access that page, it's a private page. You have to follow Queen of Green and click the link in the bio, which is laurenvonderpool.com to register for that. But yeah, laurenvonderpool.com, queenofgreendetox.com, and mainly, Queen of Green on Instagram.
Okay, and I got 1.5 questions left.
Okay.
This question I gotta ask about it, being that you're an author. Eat yourself sexy. Talk to me about that. It just resonated with my DNA immediately when I read it. Talk to me about that and tell me what that book is about.
Um, that book is my blueprint, right? It's like it sounds so light, but it has so much potent information and knowledge in the book. And I chose to name it Eat Yourself Sexy because I was wanting to the people that come from where I come from, the people who might not be trying to, eat vegan or know about raw foods, that it would appeal to them, right? Because it's a raw food book. It teaches you how to make your own herbal medicine. I mean, it's just so teach you how to sprout. It's so much in there. But I didn't want to scare people with all that knowledge. So I was like, eat yourself sexy. Yee, right?
Candy and medicine.
Yeah, take your medicine, right? It's like, um, yeah, and that book was created um, really, it started maybe when I was about like 19, coming out of a severely abusive relationship, being raped and beaten and all kinds of crazy stuff. Um, I had to love myself, right? I had to give myself everything that I wanted a man to give me, or everything that I wanted someone outside of me to give me. And so I would bathe myself, you know, that there's a sacred bath in there. I would, you know, I would just be eating all of the raw vegan foods, meditating, breathing, all of the things. So basically, the book is a holistic approach to healing in a fun way that feels good, that allows you to remember you're sexy. Sometimes if you've gone through um, abuse in any type, even if you're abusing yourself with your inner dialogue, you need to nurture yourself back to health, nurse yourself back to loving yourself and being okay with being beautiful and attractive and all those things. God gave us these bodies as gifts, and you know, I had to remember to honor it. Remember that I was a beautiful woman. Remember to eat myself sexy and to stand in that power and that glory. So, um, yeah, that's how it was birthed. And to this day, I've never actually had a book signing for my book, Eat Yourself Sexy. Is because I decided that I wanted to release books like mixtapes. I knew that my first book wasn't going to be as good as the books that I would write, but I knew I needed to get it out because I knew that it was going to help somebody, that it was going to do something in the world. And so I just released it. And, this is now I have 4 books, Eat Yourself Sexy, the Goddess Edition, Fresh City Kids Recipe Book, and Autumn Recipes, which just came out
Are they
last.
all on your Are they all on your website?
Yeah, you can check them all out there.
Okay. Oh man, you had a hidden jewel I wasn't even familiar with. so
Yeah,
I
got a lot
was
of those.
so definitely go cop that book, guys. Well, I'm definitely going to get it because once you said the bass, because my queen is deep into all of that, and we recently just transitioned over to eating right. So that's going to help us out a lot. So thank you for that.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I couldn't have you here and you didn't break that down.
Yeah, thank you. This year is my year of being in nature, even though I just came to DC, got to dip in and out of the city sometimes. But
Hmm.
um, uh, being in nature and really sharing more of my story beyond just the food, because I feel some people know about it, but I find that there's great inspiration in understanding from whence I came, because some people look at me and they either I can be triggering for people, right? Because I this joy and happiness and all of this, and they could be like, whatever, girl, like,
Uh-huh.
you know. But if they understood what it took for me to show up, what it took for me to even stand with my shoulders back and my head high, they would they would they probably would approach things differently. You know what I mean? And so I really want to share more of the nitty gritty aspects of who I am and where I come from, so that people, just because I want to, I think it's time, but also to give people a better understanding of who they're dealing with. It's not just sunshine and rainbows. Of course it is. And I like to share light and love with people, and not really focus on the negativity. But I really feel it's important to share that genesis, just share the beginning stages of where I come from. So that's this year is that's going to be happening.
Wow, thank you. Well, I'm glad that I'm a little bit a part of that because I was actually talking with, I'm not sure if you're familiar with KT, the arts degree. He's a brilliant brother.
Sounds
Um,
familiar.
yeah, he's actually one of Dr. Sebi's wives, and that he's actually blue pill and red pill younger brother.
Oh, got it. Yeah. Oh my good. Yeah, that I heard a lot about. I heard a lot about him.
We was talking about you earlier because he called me, telling me congratulations on the show, and he gave me my pep talk. And when we was talking about you, we was like, everyone in the healing game know about Queen of Green, but it's like you like a unicorn, like not too many people could find you. So I was so excited to tell him that you was going to be here and that we was going to be able to hear a little bit about you that no one heard before. So salute to my boy KT, and thank you for congratulating me before the show even started.
Yes, blessings to you, King.
Okay, okay. My last question is, what does healing mean to you?
Mm, wow. Mm, what does healing mean to me? Healing can be so many things. You know, we're healing through so much. I believe that we came into these bodies because there's still things that we have to heal from the past life, you know. Um, so healing is life, you know. Life is a healing journey. You think you heal one thing and there's something else that pops up like, how about this? you know, but yeah, healing is just a beautiful journey of life to me. And, you know, you have the ups and the downs and the rounds and the, you know, all of the things. And through life's experiences, uh, you know, we grow, and sometimes we have to slow down and take our time and pour into ourselves, pour into the parts that we're neglecting, pour into the parts of our heart that may be in pain, stored trauma in the body, in our mind, in our memory, all of those things, healing is life.
Healing is life. I like that. I like that. All right, sis. I know you're going to Ghana soon, and you got to get ready for your trip. Is there anything else you want to share with us? Because right now, I'm just blessed with your presence. Thank you for being here.
I would just say that first of all, I love you and I appreciate you. Thank you for having me on
Love
your
you too,
show.
sis.
I'm so proud of what you're doing and how you're sharing this work. Um, and yeah, for everybody who's here, I just want to say thank you for being here. Thank you for tuning in, and also um, just enjoy the ride. Life is a beautiful journey of healing, and um, the best thing I believe we could do is offer each other grace because no one has arrived. Everyone's growing, everyone's becoming, and um, yeah, compassion, kindness, and love are so important. Healing tools that we can always reach to. There's so much to be mad about in the world. There's so much to point the finger at and doubt. But I think that the more that I began to study myself, I didn't have any room to study anyone else. The more
Mm.
that I could look and say, these are things that need to be corrected, the more the judgment of others fell to the wayside because I had no room to even look at anyone else, let alone those stones when I live in a glass house. So uh, I would just say, stay in the height, stay in the light, and love and light to you all,
Thank
especially
you.
you, Mr. G.
Thank you, little sis. Love you to death. You
Love
know
you
I'm here.
too.
You know I'm here if you need me, sis.
Thank you. Likewise, I'm here to send my love to the family.
I definitely will. Be safe.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Peace.
Peace. Oh man, that's my girl right there, man. I appreciate her so much, and I appreciate you guys for being here too. KT, thanks a lot, bro. I appreciate you. I see a lot of my people in the comments right here. Thank you for sharing this, and thank you for the people that encouraging this. Um, Bobby Rich, Barbara Sanders. Oh, Barbara Sanders, thank you so much. You always in the building. I saw my boy Bam was in the building. Bam is actually helping me with my documentary for Dr. Sebi. He's one of my executive producers. So um, it just felt good to have somebody like Lauren here because she actually was there in the beginning of my journey with Dr. Sebi. She actually tried to get me to introduce him. She actually tried to introduce him to me, but I was caught up in whatever world I was living at the time, and I didn't feel um, it was time for me to meet him. But everything happens for a reason. So I'm gonna continue. Hold on, who's that? Oh, that's my brother Winnie. Winnie, what's good, man? Salute to Winnie. We traveled to Guatemala. We did 19 videos in one weekend, music videos. Salute to Magarifuna brothers in La Buga, Aba Isiani. Abdul Kareem. What's up, Primo? I see my cousin in the building. What up, Primo? Good to see you, cuz. um, Kareem Salah. Oh man, Abdul. What up, cuz? It's always good to see you, man. Last time I seen you when I was in Harlem. You always offering me a ride, cuz, but I told you I was good. Now, but like I was saying, I'm looking forward to introducing you guys to some amazing people I met on my journey with Dr. Sebi. And I like the fact that I could look in the comments and see people that really mean a lot to me. Yo, Winnie, you already know how we do, bro. I'm surprised you even got time to be here. It's tax season. You're supposed to be cleaning up right now. That's the best tax person in the world. But we'll be in contact. My next guest, I'll be announcing him sometime this week. You guys are not going to believe who's willing to share his story with me. But you'll be able to sit back and listen to what he got to say. All right, live from New York. This your boy Abelardo Guerrero, aka Mr. G, aka Chuguladi. I'm signing out.